Well, I don't know about you, but I've been into RC planes for so long that I've gathered up so many parts, I just didn't know what to do with them. So I thought I'd make something, and well, here's what I came up with. These are floats off my Super Cub. It still work, but I thought I'd put them to use with something else. I took a brushless motor and speed control off a 3D Foamy, a 3-bladed prop off Corsair, and the rear elevator off of Corsair also. Found a couple servos in a drawer, and came up with now a funny little fishing boat. Now, we have actually caught little fish with this. On the bottom, tie a fishing line to here and then run it back with a little bit of weight, and you can use this as great. You get it to wherever you want and then let it sit, and it just sits there real nice. It acts like a giant bobber. The moment you see it kind of bob, you hit the throttle and sets the hook and you're good to go. Or you can just spend the day at the lake cruising around. The other cool thing that's about these floats is this little pocket right here helps create suction to help the plane break away from the water when trying to take off. But it actually also, when you're going really fast in the boat, it makes it so it forms a little air pocket here and makes it only ride about here and back in here, giving it very little surface area, making it pretty fast actually. The only downside to that is it causes it to bounce up and down in the front as it's going along in the water. That's why we added the elevator off the Corsair, so we could give it an adjustable spoiler for up or down force accordingly. If I pull back on the elevator at full throttle, there's no bouncing, it goes very quick. This is just a piece of Tupperware with a simple little hinge and a few screws tied to a servo. Works great. This thing turns on a dime. It's, I don't know, about 25-30 miles an hour. Now I could add a bigger motor, I could add this, I could add a waterproof speed control off a car, but you know what, I didn't want to spend any money. You can see I've even got little wood shims that hold the Super Cub floats in place. All my stuff's held on with zip ties, the battery's held in place with a rubber band. This is a 1750 milliamp hour battery at full throttle in 10 minutes roughly. I haven't really actually timed it yet, but hey, for something, a bunch of stuff that was sitting in a box, now I have something I can go play with. I find boats aren't that entertaining because they're only 2 channels. You can't hover them, you can't fly them inverted, but it's still a lot of fun. And we've actually tied a 6-pound lead weight to this, and it didn't even phase it. I probably could have hung 10 pounds from this without even phasing the amount of, or causing it to sink. The other thing we did is in the front, we added these are a piece of a cup, or no, this is a 2-liter, I'm sorry, that we actually stuck inside the foam. As this travels through the water, it shoots water up, right up into the propeller and just blasts everything with water. We put these on there and it channels the water back down and keeps your electronics a lot drier. However, you can see we've hit a few objects pushing it up into the path of the propeller, which has cut it. I've also found that a 9.6 propeller, this thing is pretty quick too, but I wanted the 3-blade because I wanted a little more pull power. I actually had to go recover this one time in the canoe, and once I pulled it out of the water, I held it real tight in place and held onto the canoe with the other hand, and my friend over on shore hit the throttle all the way, and it actually pulled me at about a half mile an hour. I was actually rather surprised that it had enough power to pull me along. The other thing we did is we added a bunch of the high intensity LEDs, different colors, a different color on either side, so at night we can drive it around and know what side's which. I also put in a battery Y, so that I can double my capacity if I want, because I do have more 1750 milliamp hour batteries than I do anything larger. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Feel free to shoot me any comments or questions, and have a nice day.